Well, hi, jerks. Hello, and welcome back to I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, it's Friday, and I'm bored, so I'm gonna revisit a project that I always wanted to get back to and I always wanted to do properly, and that's going to be fixing my trunk lid. And I did a video a long time ago, I think it was 2 videos, about fixing the holes that were left by that terrible wing that was on that. I did the Bondo work and everything, and I'm not really completely happy with how it turned out. You can sort of see where I made the fixes and stuff like that. So today, I'm going to do what every fixer-upper person does when they do a job and they don't do it well. I'm going to throw a shit ton of money at it. It will probably be beer. Probably. Okay, so it's several hours later, and when I say several, I mean several. But I'm drinking beer. Ta-da! And this time I bought proper sawhorses to do some work on, so that's going to be better. I also purchased an appropriate thing to help with the sand down of this stuff, and I'm going to show you real quickly why I'm redoing this, because I'm not happy with it. Right there, you can see what a crap job I did. Ta-da! Yep, and there's 4 of those basically. So we're going to redo this and do it much better. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to burn this down and see if maybe it's just a situation where I can just smooth it out and repaint it, and then hopefully go from there. If not, then I'll have to do the whole Bondo thing again, but we'll see in a couple of minutes here if this is going to work. Interesting. Alright, so I took it down to about the bare metal, and I have discovered that I probably didn't do as good a job knocking that down as I could have from the beginning, so I am going to go ahead and go at it with a hammer after I get the other side done. I'm going to go at it with a hammer and knock it down even further, and then redo some Bondo. Okay, here's my best effort of sanding this stuff down and knocking it down with a ball peen hammer and some other things. So I think it's flat. Now I'm going to fill in whatever I can with the Bondo, sand that all down awesome, and then next step. Okay, so the instructions say if I have a golf ball size, I'm supposed to put, what, like an inch and an inch strip of this stuff? Don't touch that. Oh no, it's liquidy.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, I'm just going to put some in there. There's the hardener. That doesn't look like it was supposed to happen, but it's fair, it's fine, it's whatever. Ah, there we go. There's that stink. That smells like nasty.
Man, I've been smelling that for the longest, but...
Okay, so I mixed up the Bondo, I put it on there, and it started hardening very, very quickly, so I think I probably used too much hardener, but that just means it's going to take a lot longer to sand, but I got nothing but time. So here's the situation. I have decided that I'm going to quit for tonight because I may or may not have fucked this up. This is not feeling all that good. It still feels a little gummy, sticky after the 20 to 30 minutes I'm supposed to wait for it. We're gonna wait and see for tomorrow. That's it for today. Tomorrow. So here I am, bright and early, day 2. That is a lie on both accounts. I am neither bright nor early. Alright, this feels good and hard. Left it overnight, so should be good. I don't know, it's still kind of, I think I did this wrong. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here's something to show. I basically got it looking like the inside of a everlasting gobstopper. It feels pretty good. I am gonna use several coats of the primer fill. Just try and build this up just a little bit, because you might be able to see, I don't know if it's hard, but the Bondo, I guess I mixed it slightly wrong and it got clumpy and I had air pockets, so, and then I had something over here, it looks like a mistake when I was sanding, but filler sand. We'll do several coats of this and see if it's see if it'll build it up. Suddenly have lowered expectations now. Okay, so I've now put on about 6 coats of the filler primer sander type stuff, and I've got 1000 grit on the sander, and I'm just gonna cut that down and then see how smooth it gets. Okay, apparently when you put 6 coats of this shit on, you have to make sure it's super dry. So that was an unbelievable fail. Damn it! Really fucked that up. Don't do what I do. I have no idea what I'm doing. If I have fucked this up because I was impatient, I'm very, very disappointed with myself because I never do that. I usually allow stuff to dry a lot longer than it even needs to. That is ugly. Nope, it's still wet. I don't know what to do. That doesn't feel good either. Okay, so I'm just gonna let it go for another hour or so. So I let this sit out in the sun for about an hour. And if it's not dry now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a shot. Got my beer, making sure I don't have any like chunks of shit on this, which I kind of do, but let's see what happens. Okay, so here's what's going on. I was able to knock down almost all of it, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this, but I have 2 little marks that I need to put more layers on and then really start to smooth that down. I'm suddenly optimistic again about this. For the last hour or so, I've been having it under this heat lamp, and hopefully it's good to go. All right, because I'm a dummy. And you have to do this in stages. You can't just go from 150 to 1000. This is what happens with 1000. It basically the paper becomes just completely just gummed up with this stuff. So I'm using 400. Yeah, that's working out great. Tell me you've had enough. Get down and lick the dust. So I don't feel any edges here. I'm gonna put like 6 or 8 coats on it, or as much paint as I actually have, and then I'll just polish it and buff it to the point where maybe it'll work. At this point, I think it would have been cheaper just to get a replacement, but it's not really the point. The point is I wanted to do this myself because I don't know how to use Bondo, clearly. We'll see how this comes out, and I will keep my fingers crossed. Well, here we go. I've rinsed it off, and then I used some alcohol on a rag and cleaned it up. So here we go with the SU paint. This is stupid expensive, so let's use it. Okay, that first coat was way too heavy, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm learning. This will be fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Fine. It's not fine. Here we go for second coat. See if it comes out any better. Alright, so I basically get 3 coats out of a can. I hope it's going to be enough. We'll see. So I'm kind of impatient, and I want to see what this paint is doing. I decided to take some polish, and I'm going to polish this up a little bit and see what it looks like before I put on the next 3 coats. Because if, for whatever reason, if it looks like crap, then I may have to switch gears as to what I'm going to be doing. Oh, that's too much. I'm kind of putting it on my hand, and then I've got my machine over here that I'm going to work it in with. So what I just did was an absolutely terrible idea. A couple of bad things happened. One, I polished right through what was the very thin layer of paint that I had on there, so that's not so good. Right here, you can actually see where I pulled up the paint that used to be there, and over here as well. I need to be far more patient and just let it dry, let it harden, and that's something I didn't do. Oh man, all right, so super fail. I'm trying to sand this a bit to see if I can't even it out, and all it's doing is just sort of peeling up. So I very, very clearly didn't do this right. I probably didn't prep it right. I probably fucked it up by putting on, or trying to put on that polishing compound. Angel's coming over in a little bit. We're gonna try and paint his bumper. That should be a complete disaster too, since this went so well. All right, so I'm making an absolute frickin' mess out of this project. This is what I've got now. After trying to sand it off, it's just sort of peeling off with my finger. My next plan is to use paint stripper. Covering the whole fucking thing in paint stripper, and I'm just gonna let that sit for 40 minutes or however long. Okay, update time on the Miata trunk lid. I've had exactly 2 beers. Trunk lid. Shout out to Tyler Fialco. Fialco?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Bare metal. Anyway, I'm gonna give Bondo one more try to see if I can do this correctly.
If not, kill yourself.
And if not, kill myself. I want you to have neither of my cars. You heard it. That's it.
I don't want your freaking car.
I know you don't want them because you just end up wrecking them anyway.
Okay, shut up.
Okay, so here I go with the Bondo. I'm gonna do it right this time. It's smooth, like velvety something. That's smooth, smooth. This is the one. I can feel it this time. I know it. I know this is gonna work. Are you saying that women?
Uh-oh, he's about to go legit. He put the glasses on.
I'm reading. It says I have to wait 20 to 30
you have
minutes.
something in your left ear.
Yep. 20 to 30 in my left ear. What the fuck is that? All right, I'm done with Bondo, part 3. It's the last fucking time I'm doing this.
This one was like practically coming off.
You want to show everyone the glorious $500 hardtop find?
Deal of the century. All right, this is ready for a primer. It's gonna happen in a second. This is coming along. It's out of focus, but cool. But it's looking like your paint color.
It is. You know, I'm probably doing this really bad, but
Probably. And what do we got going on over here? We got some
Professionals.
some professional
Hardtop
rattle
Plasti-dip.
can Plasti-dip going on. Is that rust in the back there?
now we go.
Right
That?
there.
That's paint.
Is it?
Paint chip.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Good.
It's good enough.
It's better than rust. And as a bonus, some of my lawn's getting painted black. Cool.
You're welcome.
Cool. Primer coat 1 done.
That
This is looking pretty good. This area right here looks really good.
No, you're goddamn right. So this one I still had the muscles in my fingers.
No. Hey, what are you doing?
That's what it does. It adds sparkle.
But there's all that shit over there that... Okay. Oh.
But you can see the sparkle better.
I can see the sparkle there. Hey, you know what we can do? We can move this bumper, lay down the plastic.
Whoa. You're not moving that bumper, right?
We can move the bumper, lay the plastic...
Holy shit. Look at all
Alright.
the texture. Wow, it looks like a canvas top now. Not next to me.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Move the
Great
bumper.
bumper.
That was the dumbest thing you guys have done today. Look at that sparkle.
Honestly,
That is gay.
make sure you get good coverage. Though.
Does it look good or
No,
no?
it's not.
It's gay. It looks like diamonds. It looks like...
I
Look
think
at
it looks kind of cool.
Oh, dude, that's
It does
ugly.
look cool.
That looks ugly as fuck.
It does.
Really?
I don't like it at
If hard top
all.
was on my car, it would look better.
Yeah. That
I
matte,
think it looks cool.
the
No, it
matte
does
was
not.
way better than sparkle.
I'm going for a galaxy theme. Are you gay? Fucking fag.
It's
Yeah.
cool. You're
It's
done.
not-
You're doing it now, so do it. What? Don't put your hands in wet shit.
No, I mean we can still Plasti-dip.
So Sparkle Pony hardtop was a total fail, and we're all pitching in to fix it right now. You're still gonna have a very subtle sparkle underneath, which is kind of cool.
That's gonna
Yeah, it won't be too bad. I mean, it's already looking good, honestly.
Oh, you're gonna put
Are you gonna go gloss?
I think
All right.
just one little layer of gloss.
One layer of gloss is gonna look like shit. That's what Angel did to his wheels when he first Plasti-dipped them. And it just looks like the Plasti-dip was...
Well, Angel's an idiot. It's not legit.
We didn't.
It's shit, is what that is.
We didn't. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oops.
What happened?
Oops. Ew. Ew. What the fuck happened right here? That's a goddamn shit show.
Amy,
So faithful watchers, here's what happened. They had an awesome thing going with Plasti-dip on this hood, on this roof,
Hard top.
hardtop. And now it feels like, it feels weird. They put 70 coats of Plasti-dip on this, and then sparkle coat, and then,
I can still see a little bit of sparkle.
yeah?
A little bit.
There was sparkle, and then what? And then,
What do you mean?
and then more black,
Yeah,
And
it still
then
looks like the shit. Like it
gloss.
looks so shit.
That's fine though.
And then they tried to put more black, flat black on the gloss, and it didn't take.
I'm gonna use your bathroom.
Thanks.
Should we just peel this off?
Yep. Rubbing it. Do it! Gross.
Right.
But this is the most bizarre thing I've ever felt in my whole life. It doesn't feel like
moss.
yeah, moss. Moss is the closest thing I can think of. Can you? Oh, we should have done this in green.
That would have looked exactly like moss.
It would have been a moss Miata.
Why?
We good? We good. All right, so I don't know what day this is. I don't know how many days in we are, but this is an update video. Last we left off, I had done all the primer, and then once it dried, I got a really good look at it, and I still saw some edges. So I just knocked these edges down with some 80, and then with some 150. Oop, there's still an edge right here. Motherfucker. Yeah, I need to knock down that edge that I just felt, and then, we'll put more primer on it. I don't know what day it is. We're gonna paint that today. We're gonna burn that today. I believe we're gonna paint that today. All right, so the plan is, I'm sick of putting money into this trunk lid, which I know is still not gonna look good after I'm all finished. So what I'm basically gonna do is, it's all primered up and 1000 grit sanded, and it's smooth as my balls. So I'm just gonna paint it with the thank you. Stop it. I'm just gonna paint it with the cheap AutoZone paint, and then a couple of coats of that, and then I'm gonna put the expensive paint, the color match paint, on there for final coats. It'll either work or it won't work, but I'm just not interested in spending another $25 on another can of color match paint. Oh God, what is this? This is nasty. Alright, I won't be doing that. Just to show you what happened. This is what the paint looks like coming out of this can. I'm glad I did what I always do, which is try to... Look, it's coming out like a... That's messed up. That is messed up. So I'll be taking this back and getting something else. Great. It's not how I wanted this day to start. Oh God, it's Bane.
Time to fuck it up.
Time to fuck it up. Alright, we might actually have a win here. So this is after about 3 or 4 coats. Good color, looking pretty smooth. A little bit of orange peel, but we're going to take care of that in a couple weeks with polish. What do you got there, Angel? Could be meat, could be peaches. The point is, it's free.
I can hear it's rubbing.
Let me do it. Come on.
You got a lot of wind.
Come on,
like
let me
it
do
falls
it.
down.
Let me do it.
I don't care.
Let me just rip it. Let me just rip it.
That's a problem.
I'm just.
Legit as fuck. All right, so look, here's the last update I'm doing today of this. The paint is on. It's pretty stripy, but it's gonna dry.
Good job.
It's okay. It's gonna dry for a week, and then I'm gonna hit it with the polish and shit like that. Here's Angel's bumper. It's looking pretty fly for a white guy. There's no runs, so that's a positive. Pretty fly for a white guy. Pretty. It's slick for a spick. Okay, so it's looking good. So he's in the process of painting his R-lip white.
Black.
Whatever.
It just came out great because, you know.
Boy, that looks good. That's good right there.
Hey, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You shut your whore mouth.
We're putting a whoremouth coat of primer on that, and then what we got here, we got some spacers that we're painting very heavily black. Don't forget to, you know. No. Yes. Why? Why the happy days? And pew pew. Good. Jesus is out there doing something.
Go show it.
Oh, that's right. This is something nobody's ever seen before. So I showed you the top boot that I kind of made and put in, and then the mid boot that I eventually replaced to keep track of the heat. And now you are doing the lower boot.
Yeah, this is the heat boot right here.
Yep,
this is
mid
the little boot.
There's the low boot.
And
his is broken?
yeah, it's basically leaking oil.
Leaking transmission oil.
I'm just too lazy.
Yeah. So he's pulled it off of an old one and transferring it onto a new one. Just like that.
That's it right there.
Oh, look how messy that is.
Yeah, it was leaking.
Gross. So there you go. If you're leaking transmission oil, there's a good place to look. Anyway, that's it for the day. I'm sick of not having my trunk lid on. And we're done painting. Well, no, I'm done filming the painting before somebody explodes. Thank you. I don't want paint on that either. Bye.